Hey there riders, Moto Journo Kris here today. I have been sent out very kindly a radiator guard for my Svartpilen 401. As you can see here, this is the Billfaro radiator guard, and it comes in a variety of different styles. And it's a really simple 4-bolt installation that just mounts through the standard mounting points. I'm going to see if it fits, how it fits, and how it looks on the bike. As far as the build quality, it's nice and light. Obviously, the design is going to block a little bit of airflow, but I wouldn't have thought it'd be too much of an issue on the Svartpilen 401, which doesn't have really, that I found, any overheating issues. And certainly it's going to look pretty cool on the front of the bike there, and, you know, match kind of the silver detailing that we see on a few limited parts of the bike. So let's see how we go fitting this to the Svartpilen 401. Okay, so having a look at the Svartpilen 401 here, as you can see, we've got these two top mounting bolts here, which obviously we're going to be using, and then we've got 2 bolts down the bottom that I'll show you as well. And you can see here are the 2 bottom bolts. There's one there, one over there, and those will also be mounting points for the guard, as far as I can see. And then we've got the radiator here, which is obviously very unprotected at this point in time, and then the 2 top bolts. As far as what you need, 10mm socket, 10mm wrench, and you should be good to go. Clearance is not great. Oh, it looks like it's coming out without that bolt being an issue on the inside. Okay, this is pretty good. So I was wrong. It is a captive bolt here, which is good, even though you can actually see a bolt or a nut on the other end. I'm just going to leave those in for now and loosen the bottom bolts. Okay, bottom bolts. And I should point out, we're actually loosening the nut. One thing that you will want to do is just remove these. They just clip off, really simple. Okay, so as you just saw, that slides into place. Very, very simple. Quite an elegant design, I'd even say. Just make sure you've lined everything up. Not quite lined up there. There you go. So I've just tightened up the 2 bottom nuts there. Give them a final cinch. Smaller one for up the top here. Make sure you're tightening now. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got this very loosely fitted. So we've got the 2 bolts up the top. Those are just hand tight. We've got the radiator guard in place, looking pretty good. And then down the bottom, we've got it also. It's just hooked over those bottom bolts and nuts. So you don't actually need to remove them. And now we're just going to give it a once over, make sure everything looks alright, tighten everything up, chuck the side covers back on, They make it look a little bit cooler. And we're good to go. Yes, just make sure you're tightening. This is all the original hardware. So all the same bolts and washers. There are no instructions. And I would certainly recommend double checking. That's all good. A couple of rides down the track, I guess I'd say. Okay, sorted. We'll do the one on the other side. The one on the other side is slightly different. Okay, so final thoughts. As you can see here, guard installed, looks pretty cool. Obviously a good level of protection, no rocks are going to get through that. I did actually notice there was a bit of damage from a rock, which luckily hadn't done like structural damage to the radiator, so this will prevent that in the future. It's clipped over the bottom bolts, which is very simple. You just loosen them, slide it into place, and then top bolts, take out the original, put the new ones in, use all the standard bolts, so it's as simple as you could possibly want. You will need to clip off those side covers for clearance, but once it's on, you just chuck them back on. No problem sticking them back on with the guard in place. And you just need a 10mm socket. So very minimal tools, no real expertise required as far as working on your own bike, and you've got this really cool mod installed and ready to go. Very, very cool. So I'll have links down below in the description where you can order these from Amazon and Amazon AU. And there are a couple of different options depending on what kind of design you want. And I'll do an update to let you know how it's going riding the bike with this on and whether there's any kind of difference with how the bike may be overheating. But I wouldn't think it'd be a problem. So stay tuned for that update. As always, thanks for watching and stay safe out there.